In 732 AD, the Battle of Tours took place, and this was located in between two towns called Tours and Poitiers in what we know as France. Now, a couple of things came out of this that were extremely significant to the modern day, but before we get into those, let's look at the background and the events that led up to this battle taking place. So in the 7th century, the Caliphate army and Abdul Rahman al-Ghafiqi went on a campaign to dominate the Mediterranean. What they were doing was they were conquering all of the Persian and Roman empires down here. And by 711, they made it to the Gibraltar Strait. Now, they not only invaded, but they conquered this Gibraltar Strait really, really quickly. And then they moved on to Spain and Portugal, which was something incredible at this time because this was the first time that the Catholic Europe was not only invaded, but conquered. And the reason for that is because the Umayyad forces were made of a famed cavalry, and they were extremely deadly. And nobody at this point was able to stand up to them. When they were finished conquering Spain and Portugal and then moved up to southern Gaul, which is right here, a man named Charles Martel in the Frankish kingdom caught wind of this. But he decided and knew that the European armies that they had at the time was not going to cut it. So what he started doing was he started taking church lands and properties around him so he could pay soldiers and create a professional army. Now, this almost got him excommunicated until in 732 AD, the Caliphate army, led by Emir Abdul Rahman al-Ghafiqi, started marching into modern day France. And when he did that, Charles Martel and his professional army came down and positioned them on a hillside in between Poitiers and Tours and gave themselves the advantage so that way when the cavalry started running up the hill, they didn't have the advantage of jumping over the line that was created by this army. And because of this, it was an all-day event. Some historians say that it was 7 days, and some say it was 1 or 2 days. But all we know from this was that the Caliphate army was not able to penetrate the Frankish army. And at the end of it, Emir Abdul Rahman al-Ghafiqi ended up being slain in battle, and the army retreated. Now, Charles Martel thought they were going to attack again the next day, so his army stood up on the hillside ready to go, but by daybreak, nobody was there. And they had retreated, going past their camp the night before and furthering down into Spain in the southern Gaul, at which they had conquered before. Now, the significance of this battle is that it allowed Europe to organically grow in the religion that was going to take control.